Hello, friends, fiends, and fellow adventurers. Welcome to the Hodgepodge Tavern. I'm your DM Carl, and today we're stepping through the portal to the infinite planes. Let's discover our forgotten memories. Alongside us, we have our players.
Hi, where do I look now?
This way.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Look at the red light.
This one. This is the camera you're looking at.
Hello.
Kyle, that's our camera.
I know.
Okay.
I noticed.
I'm Alex.
Just in time.
My character is Sprite, the fairy paladin. She's cute and a little bit bitchy.
She's the Karen of the group.
Oh my god, one
No,
time.
Only when she's
The
pissed
one
off.
time.
Only when she's pissed off.
One time.
I'm Philippe and I play Dee the Wizard.
Mother Wizard.
Sure. What are you playing?
I'm Kyle. I am playing the monk.
The
Spike.
monk. You're playing
Fuck me.
a monk.
Did you not remember what your name was for
No.
a second?
No, I completely forgot. He's a cool character. He's awesome. His skin is made of metal.
Which is metal.
Hi, I play the other monk. Their name is Brady, and they're a changeling. And I'm Kim. Hi, my pronouns are she, her. And we're missing a Josh, and the seats have all changed.
And the cameras have
And
all
the cameras
changed.
have all changed. Please let me know if you like it or if you hate it.
Yes. Now, cutters, let's stumble into the darker things. Carl, if you have a nice summation for us.
That was
Maybe.
lovely. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Last time on Hodgepodge Heroes, the team parted from Lady Zadara after receiving the reward for solving her demon dog issue, with their recommendation to pursue other jobs for her through her agent Yellen. While most of the party found her agreeable, Dee was not quite so trusting, eyeing the giant woman warily. The party also received a new addition in the form of Urine, the lantern archon that proved so helpful in dealing with the dogs. As for the party's next trick, it was agreed that they would delay pursuing more tasks with Lady Zara in favor of going to Mount Celestia. For Sigil was wearing on some of them, and it was a good opportunity to help Dee with his addiction. Also, it was Brady's suspected place of origin. To get there, they knew they needed to go through a portal. Thankfully, it was a well-known enough location that the portal was not so difficult to find. In fact, it was quite obvious, being a gigantic horse statue rearing on its hind legs and an impressive display of equine glory. With the help from a friendly local gnome, they learned that they needed a large amber piece as the portal key, and set off towards the markets. The fact that this gnome went through the encounter without being threatened, seduced, bribed, or harangued shows the real character development of the nearly homeless hobos masquerading as an adventuring party. Nearly homeless because the team had previously acquired a new abode, though it's probably one that not even homes under the hammer could fix. But Spike thought of making a good go of it anyway. Alongside the necessary amber, the team purchased supplies for such an endeavour and various bits from the market, even haggling the gem seller to give them the amber for free in exchange for business contacts in Mount Celestia. They also stopped a robbery and asked for no reward, a shockingly genuine heroic action. What can be achieved without Link, one can wonder.
I wondered when you were going to bring that
With
up.
all that happened, and with just about enough wood to board up the windows of their new home sweet home, the team gathered beneath the bestial behemoth of a 200-foot horse statue and lifted a giant piece of amber toward his smooth, marbly belly. Beneath them, the marble ground turned to a thick, white, pearlescent liquid that they sank slowly into like an adult parody of Terminator. On the other side, they end up crashing into the surprisingly sweet and unsalty sea, quite a shock for the unprepared party who went in dry. More so for Dee, who did not taste the sweet but burned in the sour instead, blessed ocean water not taking well to his infernal skin. Thankfully, they were saved by an incredibly friendly and tentacly seaman, who dragged them to solid ground. He introduced himself as Therinia, the gate guard as it were, whose job it was to fish out new visitors to Mount Celestia and get them started on the path. What was the path? It was the reason Mount Celestia existed, apparently. This place is a religious pilgrimage, with the objective of reaching the top and through the journey, finding what one needed in life. So common was this path, was the path, that each visitor who desired to set upon it was to receive a guide, as was the case with Dee, who was very surprised he had to take a religious experience. Two came forth, each representing a different deity. Godfrey, who represented the dwarven god of creation, Moradin, and Chandra, who represented Rihishbati, the god of wisdom and learning, and whose name autocorrects to British Bati.
Wow.
Nice.
And that is kind of where we left off, with the party taking up on the path, as it were, and Spike and Sprite also considering that they should also go upon the path.
The path.
And even in his absence, Josh has informed me that Link will also be taking a path, and he has chosen the path of Mystic Union. This path entails slightly different aspects than the rest of the party's selections, in the fact that it involves meditation, cleansing, inner emptiness, fasting, and entering trance-like states.
Sounds like
What?
Link.
Sounds like he's gonna struggle with that.
A little bit.
And he is dedicating this path to Lakshmi, who is the deity of luck. The Indian deity of luck, the Vedic deity. I believe Spike is dedicating his path of 5 virtues to Moradin.
Mm-hmm.
Mialiki is the patron of Sprite, and Dee has gone through Brihaspati, through the eightfold path, this time different from everyone else again. If you would like a recap on what those encompass, you can catch the back end of our last episode on YouTube. So, with everyone having picked their paths, this sense of inner purpose washes over you as you envision in your inner mind what these paths mean and what you have to achieve in order to better yourself down these paths. Chandra will look towards Dee and say, so, you have chosen to go along the path with Brihaspati. I shall inform you that she has a realm on this plane. It is known as the Nectar of Life.
That's the name of the realm.
It is the name of the realm.
Yeah, that's what we need to get home.
Yeah. Cool.
And she'll sort of point up the mountain, probably about halfway up. There is a large building built into the side of the mountain. The way that Mount Celestia is built is you have this sort of beach area, and then the actual plain is a ascension through the mountain up into like a clouded area. The clouded area behind you can kind of make out the different mountains that make up each of the layers. And you, in this feeling, when you've chosen this path, you know that you cannot traverse this fog until you have bettered yourself down this path that you have chosen. Only then will the fog part for you to cross over.
Could we unlock it with a stone sword key?
No.
So, what's that building over there? Is that an inn or something?
This one that is on the mountain, that is the Nectar of Life.
Oh, is that what it is?
There is the great library of Brihaspati there.
So if we wanted to take lodgings there for a few days, would that be possible? Or?
You would have to ascend the mountain, but yes, there are residences there. Omriel is the town that makes up the center of it, and then Katsudama is the library itself.
And is the fog between us and that place, or between that place and the next stage?
That place and the next place.
Okay, cool.
So, to get to Curia, you would have to traverse the fog. As you look around you, you see a very large town further along the beach that is actually at the bottom base of the mountain that comes out into the sea, and you can see that there's a harbour in there. About a quarter of the way up, but around the mountain, you see a couple of other small sort of towns that are built into the side of the mountain, but this large, almost a town, but not quite large enough place. It's on the beach, is almost directly at the base of the mountain from where Chandra's pointed the nectar of life to be.
Is this path the same? Is the physical path the same for all of us?
The physical path is the same for everyone. It's the spiritual path that you need to take.
So we can stick together then.
Hmm.
That's good.
And I will ask Chandra. Do people die on this journey?
This would depend. It is a very arduous task to ascend the physical mountain to hit where you need to go to the next layer. If you are not prepared, then things can happen up in the mountains.
Are there any dangers to be aware of aside from natural conditions?
For the most part, no. That is entirely dependent on the people that are here. In terms of natural beasts, then yes, if you come across a hungry bear, it may attack if it is desperate. The only other thing that is here are the individuals that encompass this place. For the most part, fiends, they do not make it above the shore.
Is
There.
there the
There have been cases, very powerful fiends, sometimes able, and other times the piggyback, offers the back of other people that are coming here, and that can cause a lot of them to come through. But there are no natively hostile people here. You can rest safe.
good to know?
It is useful for you to track the time that you are here. The sun does not shine here. This is Lunia, the plane, the layer of perpetual twilight. But it is always comfortable around sort of beachy areas. As you can see, it is a lovely day today.
So how do we track time here then?
Of that, you have to find your own devices.
Okay. What do you reckon, gang? Where should we head to?
No place but forward.
I'm easy. I'm finding this perpetual twilight kind of unsettling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel a bit lost.
Interesting.
It feels not like home, because I do not know what that exactly feels like, but
Mm-hmm.
it feels comfortable, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same
Static.
I don't feel
Unchanging.
unsafe. I just feel a bit, I don't know, maybe because Sigel's the only place I remember. Even though I kind of hated that place. But it's kind of the only home that I have in my memory. So,
thing.
If you are planning on traveling up the mountain, I may suggest you head to one of the towns and acquire yourself some climbing gear. It can, as I said, be a little perilous going up the mountain.
Okay.
That's sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah, climbing gear sounds good.
Sure, we can take a couple of days to read about the mountain, prepare ourselves.
This,
Obviously, we would read about it.
Well, there is a library.
I'm joking.
this feels. I feel like we should go up there in our flip flops and
Shorts.
shorts, be
Yeah.
completely unprepared. Like
Or we could find someone, you know, who's familiar.
The guide.
A guide, yeah.
while we wear shorts.
Sure. Whatever
Alright.
floats your boat, Spike. I support you.
Are you gonna be
It's not spicy.
sticking with us?
I will not be staying with you. I have set you on this path.
Okay.
It is now yours to take. I have given you the guidance that you require, and from here, it is now up to you to show that you are able to develop and climb through the mountains.
Okay. We should probably have like a little explore of the town and then decide how y'all are gonna be doing your first steps.
With our feet, one might think.
I
Well,
see
the
what you're
physical
saying.
steps, but the the path.
I understand.
I wonder
Just
if
for
it
a joke.
matters what order we do our steps in.
He joked though. Did you get that?
No.
I
He
believe
did a joke.
You did a little joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
he did
it's
a funny.
Spike.
I believe the order does not really matter.
Okay.
The virtues are virtues as long as we achieve them or strive to achieve them. This concept is unusual.
Well, I mean, I'm already practicing the virtue of tolerance because I hang out with Dee every day. So that one's
so real.
that one's ticked off the list, right? It was a joke. Spike made a little joke. I made a little joke. You can make a little joke.
Dee, are you feeling alright? Is it time for another dose?
I'm practicing pacifism right now.
And that is a point. It is about time for another
Oh,
dose.
no.
Just shoot up with the religious. Let's find a temple.
Guess
Just
you've got your
to add
drugs.
to this bit.
You have to take your medicine.
Yeah.
Can you do me a wisdom saving, constitution saving throw, sorry?
Is that cocked or is that 8?
I think
That's
it's slightly
eight.
cocked. Well,
Oh, it was gonna fall.
So that's a 9. I'm gonna use one of my things to reroll that.
Ooh, one of your timey-wimey things.
if I could turn.
What is it?
Can
Wish
you
we could have a
explain-
soundbite
explain
for
this
every
power
time
to people who might not
Dee uses
understand?
that spell.
It's like I'm about to see a path in time that I don't like, and I can just slowly go back and try doing it a different way. Maybe take different kind of breathing exercise to reroll.
Oh.
Oh, that was
That's-
a 20.
That's 20, so 22 or something like that.
22. Excellent. You
20.
managed to fight off these urges, this need, and you sort of brace yourself, and you feel. Normally, you would feel like a little tense, but the sound of the waters and the way that the light is shining upon them gives it a nice sort of almost pinkish glow, like a pinky silver, across the water, and you manage to sort of find yourself calmed by it.
Is there a rock or rocks or
There were a couple of rocks.
Spike? I need the drugs, please.
You still had some from Spike.
I thought Spike had them.
Oh,
Yeah.
In that case, right.
And
was
Sprite
wondering.
would just be
Spike-
watching this
Spike was given
interaction,
them
like.
by
I
Spike
thought-
when Spike
I thought you
disappeared.
gave them back, but
Did I?
I went to and you took them.
No,
I
no.
don't remember giving. I thought I was hanging on to them.
Oh,
Yeah,
did I
no,
take them
that's-
then? Oh
You
yeah,
snatched
I did
some.
snatch them.
Exactly.
All of them or just some of them?
Well, you've
I
got
think it was all of them.
the little bit of
I
stuff
have
from
mine,
your friend,
but
right?
I want all of them.
As far as I'm aware,
So,
you have all of
so I have all of them. Okay,
Oh,
in that case,
oh.
oh yeah, of course I. Never mind.
them.
I don't remember. Dang.
And because you were like, I remember now because you went like, Spike, do you want to have these back? And he was like, oh, do you want to keep them? And I went like,
Snatch.
Cheeky boy.
Cheeky.
so I go to this rock and I put the drugs on the rock, I put the spoon on the rock, and I put the syringe on the rock, and I cast Tasha's Caustic Brew on it to try and destroy the drugs, the spoon, and the thing.
Okay. And as you do so, and this sort of actually, this is a perfect example. Can you roll me a D100, please?
Those them?
No, I want to roll my own.
A little dice
Can
going.
are you doing this hidden, or
That's a 10.
A 10.
are you trying to do this secretly, or
No, just in front of everyone.
I will follow you behind the rock?
I'm not hiding behind the rock. I'm putting it
Oh,
on the
okay.
rock
on the rock.
as
Oh,
a
okay.
surface to.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
I
a
will.
little table.
I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. I guess we'll just watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you do so, you channel the magic through you, and how do you want to envision it spouting out? This is, I think, the first time you've cast this spell, so...
Yeah, so it's a little bit. It's not great, but it's literally acid just coming out of my hand. Imagine like a Spider-Man
Yeah.
kind of thing, but it's acid instead, and it just and you can hear it sizzling and going, a little bit of vapor or smoke, whatever
Mhm.
you want to see it like a. You don't want to smell it. You don't want to be close to it.
Okay. This stuff is non-magical in property, so the acid, the moment it touches it, it just starts to dissolve it all.
And I kind of then, as soon as I do it, I start moving towards it in a like pacing and step back and then move towards it again and kind of like clench my fists and then just kind of turn around and walk away a few steps to not be close to it as it's dissolving.
And as you look around, you notice that Godfrey and Chandra are nowhere to be seen anymore. But Urin will bob down, and he'll sort of bob next to your shoulder.
All right.
An interesting move.
That should feel smart.
And then he sort of bobs around to the front of you.
How are you feeling?
Like I made a mistake.
You didn't. You did a great thing. You should be proud of yourself. Hell, I'm even proud of you.
It is a move that takes significant courage.
And that was all of it that you did, yeah?
All of it. Well, we'll see in a few hours. What happens?
Hey, if you need to spar with someone, I mean, no magic, obviously, but I'm here for you. If you need to get some frustration out later.
Let's see if I can stop it from getting to any of those points.
I believe Urin wants a chat.
All right.
And he'll pop him down and rest on your hand and says, so, that was a big thing that you did there. Are you feeling okay?
I think so, at least for now.
Okay, well, just wanted to check in.
Thanks, man.
Need anything, just pop your hand out
Appreciate it.
and you'll float away.
The sweetest ball of light I know.
I think we should go back and I can buy you some more. Maybe I don't think that was a good idea.
It was
A
definitely.
very spur of the moment thing.
Then do not think about it and move forward.
Yeah. Me like you would be very proud of you.
Yeah, you'd be alright.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Sprite actually looks quite sad.
Sorry.
I'm trying to herd us all forward.
I appreciate it. I appreciate your kindness. I'm just I don't think he's gonna help me when the time comes.
You don't know that. He might help you through me.
That's a good way of seeing it. Or looking at it. Alright, let's get a drink. Maybe that will help me. They have
Okay.
drink here, don't they?
One addiction to another.
We'll find out.
So, where were you heading? You going up the mountain, or are you travelling along the beach to the town that was at the shore?
Town, right?
Down, yeah, get supplies and maybe, have a little downtime.
What does that mean?
Because we can't go up the mountain until our dudes have done some ascension work, right?
I mean, you can travel up the mountain. You just cannot pierce the fog at
We'll
the
go
top
to-
of the
We'll
mountain.
go to the first tier, I guess. Right?
Okay.
Where
So
because we have to be able to get to the thing that takes us back home, right? Because that's where the thingy of life, the nectar of life is. We have to be able to get to that point at least.
town, a little bit of mountain,
Mm-hmm.
library, nectar of life.
Yep.
A little bit of mountain, fog.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I got it all confuzzled in my head.
No, you're okay. I can give you a very, very brief depiction of how it looks. So, this bottom part down here
Mm-hmm.
is Lunia. So it sort of travels up a mountainous sort of region
So
here.
where are we?
So you're sort of along the shores down at the bottom here.
Okay, cool.
So you can travel up the mountain, and then there's a layer of fog,
I
up the
see.
mountain fog, up the mountain fog, up the mountain fog,
Cool.
up the mountain fog,
Etc.
and that's how it sort of works. So there are various places situated. You can see there's a large waterfall that's cascading down part of the mountain with like a river from the bottom, and this waterfall seems to be coming from beyond the fog
Okay.
and crashes down. And then there's a river that winds down the side of the mountain. As I said, there's a couple of towns sort of dotted around the band of the base of this mountain, but the nectar of life is almost sort of directly up the mountain from the town that's on the shore.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
No worries. Give you a better understanding of how this place is built. So you are heading towards the town on the shore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are relatively close to it. So as you start traveling along the beach, you can see that this place draws closer and closer. It's nowhere near as big as Sigil. It feels, on the scale of things, to be along the same lines as the Peaceful Lands when you're in
Goblin
Avernus. Goblin Town. It's more along that scale. You think maybe a couple of thousand people population.
Okay.
And as
Like
you,
a district big?
Probably smaller than that.
yeah,
Or smaller
probably
even?
a bit smaller.
Okay, cool.
And as you travel along, you notice that there's small waypoints situated along the shore. Little shrines to various deities of travel. And after a short while, unless there's anything anyone wants to do or say whilst you're travelling,
Can we pray at the shrines for extra XP?
These places we can respawn. No, just silence. For me.
Is there any easy to reach fruiting plants, or as we go down by the road, or is it like kind of either picked clean or just not growing?
So yeah, as you walk, there's sort of like a small wooded area sort of at the base of the mountain where the beach hits the rock sort of area. And along there you do see, a couple of fruit trees, some apples, some pears. They are growing quite plentifully.
Do we? I assume we have like basic knowledge that plants grow in sunlight, or is that like a
Yeah.
It's magic, though.
just magic bullshit? Yeah.
There is magic.
There is magic, so yeah. Yeah, that kind of invalidates everything.
'Cause magic.
'Cause
Magic bullshit.
We literally went to hell and then came back.
We did. We go to hell.
We're technically dead right now.
We are technically dead. I guess I am going to try scavenge for supplies.
Okay.
Forage for supplies.
You can
Ooh.
forage for supplies.
Do those apples look like the apple that you brought me from the prison?
Do they?
Yes, they do.
They do.
Would you mind grabbing me one?
I'll try. I don't know I don't know which ones are right though.
And as you approach them all, they all appear ripe.
I pick one and then watch what happens.
Nothing happens.
It doesn't immediately grow back.
Doesn't immediately grow.
Aw.
Oh, all right.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
I will fill like my travel bag as best I can.
With various fruits.
Various supplies, foods.
I'm gonna fly up and like pluck one, and I'm gonna like chuck it to D. Here you go.
Thanks.
Welcome.
I'll throw one to Link as well.
And Ninku is still struck down with mutism based upon the shock of the holy water of the sea going down his throat, and he's concerned that it's damaged his vocal cords. So
He's
My
resting
instrument.
them.
he's taken a vow of silence
My instrument.
to hope that eventually it will repair itself.
Love it. Love
Fair,
it.
fair.
But he will take a bite,
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
sure.
I'll take a bite and
Probably.
smell. That's actually pretty good.
And they are very
So
fresh. They're very juicy, very ripe, very sweet.
Mm.
They're not sour apples. They are very sweet, reddish apples, and they are delicious.
I'm gonna eat one as well, but I'm gonna put one in my bag for later.
Do you want to roll me a d20, Kyle, just to see how many you can manage to grab?
15.
15. You grab 15 fruits, miscellaneous.
Nice.
Encompass it however you would like. Lots of different kinds of fruits have been growing along this path.
Other mangoes.
Yeah, you can have mangoes.
Anyone who wants an apple will get one and only one. Everything else is a mango.
Love it.
Okay. So,
I eat the core of the apple. That's how dedicated I am.
Crunch.
Mm-mm.
after
But
about a hour and a half, coming up to 2 hour walk along this beach, the sand is nice and soft. It's very fine. It's almost sort of silky feel as you step through it.
or is it like quite hard going then? Because do we like sink in and every step, or?
You feel like it would be, but the trip itself is pleasant. It's enjoyable.
Okay, interesting.
Everything's just delightful.
This place is interesting.
Mm.
A little too delightful.
Yeah.
Bet even the beasts are friendly.
I know. Talking about bears, they probably would like sing us a song.
And there is something to be said about a place being far too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
What do you mean?
This is a trial. We are gonna go up that, and I just look towards the imposing mountain.
Yeah, but that's why we need to appreciate what we have
This is,
now.
the calm before the storm. This is what this is.
I mean, why can't something just be nice for the sake of being nice?
Right.
Our experience doesn't tell us that that's possible.
Your experience is our experience.
Exactly.
Well, I choose to see it differently.
Fair.
I just hope that some of us can be proven wrong.
Hmm.
I'm sure you're right, but I'm enjoying it for now.
I don't really know what to expect, so I'm gonna try and expect the best.
I'm going to expect the medium.
So, after an hour and a half to 2 hours of sort of travelling along, it's quite a pleasant trip. You do hear the occasional bird song coming from the trees. You do find yourself at the gates of this walled town, and you see two individuals stood at the gates, humans. They're not clad in armour. They just sort of have leathery tunics on them, and they do have two spears in their hands as you approach this walled town.
Good day.
Good day.
Howdy.
How may we be of assistance to you?
We are new pilgrims, taking the path.
Excellent. Well, welcome to Heart's Faith. This town is quite common among those who are beginning to take their pilgrimages. Might I suggest that you have a little look around? The city is worked up in tiers. The top level, we have the houses for all of the law servants, the judges and all of the peacekeepers here.
Is there much need for that here?
You find that a lot of people do have disputes in and amongst themselves. We just try to ensure that everyone gets a fair hearing for all of their disputes. The middle tier of the town is largely residential. I would suggest you move away through it. There's very little for pilgrims there. The lower tier, the one on the shorefront, is for the pilgrims. There are various taverns there. We have, some banks, inns, and some of the local guilds reside there.
That sounds like the one for us.
Yep.
Anything you can recommend? Someone that's looking for knowledge or equipment?
Well, as I said, the lower tier has all of the shops and the markets. That would probably be the best place if you're looking for equipment.
Well, I was trying to, get you some commission or something, but that's fine.
You don't have a favorite?
I mean, everyone is just... they're good people.
Alright.
Alright.
Everyone's good people, though. Why the need for, these walls?
Well,
And the lawyers.
Yeah.
Well, you see, there are those that try to come here to sow discord.
Also, it's the visitors you gotta be watching out for.
Yes, but everyone is welcome here, except for fiends.
Right. Well, it's a good thing none of us are fiends then.
No fiends here.
There literally isn't though, just because you've got dark blood.
There's fiend heritage. It's fun. It's just fun.
We might be fiendish, but we're not fiends.
Sins of the father.
Yeah.
Well,
But I thought...
If you're looking for a place to stay, the Pilgrim's Passage might be best suited for pilgrims such as yourselves.
That sounds like a very aptly named
is there a
place.
fee to get in,
Does
or
it?
are we just okay to walk in?
You may come on in.
And just out of curiosity, Does the town have much demand for gemstones?
I mean, the town is always welcome for donations and so forth.
Right, okay. Not that kind of... Sure, I'll ask other people.
Are you
Would have to
searching
be
for gems yourself? Just off of the shore in the seas, we have various clams that produce pearls.
Do you know?
Good to
That's
know.
cool.
Good to know.
Good to know.
If that is what you were looking for.
Has there... I asked this from either Chandler or Morden. I asked if
No, they're
bladelings
gone.
have... I remember.
Oh, okay.
I asked if bladelings have ever come through. What was the answer again? No, right?
No.
Cool.
They generally do not leave Akron. There's a couple that tends to, but they are very an insular race. That the only time that you really meet travelers are mercenaries. That's the information that we've been given from your contact in Mercy Killers.
Sweet.
Can I show one of the guards my photo? Y'all don't happen to know exactly where this was taken, do you?
Yes, that's
You do?
yes. If you exit up through the petitioner's gate,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a little bit longer. Why do you have a picture of Rax?
Oh, you know one of these?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh, that is such good news. I've been looking for these folks actually. I'm a friend of a friend, you know, bit of a wild goose chase.
Oh, my son, Peter, he goes to school with Rax.
Rax is the little one here.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. And they're in the city? Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
How do you know them?
Oh, a friend of mine. I did a favor for a friend of mine, and they wanted me to like do a favor for these guys, but I've lost contact with them, so you know it's all friendly.
Well, Eric and Elma, they both live down on Citizen's Rest,
That's such good
the middle
news.
tier, number 74.
74. Oh, that is such good news. How funny is it that we would meet on as we were coming in? That is so brilliant. I looked to my friends like, holy shit,
A stroke of luck.
this time. You don't happen to know the tall lady in this in the photo as well?
Yes, that's their daughter, Jack.
Oh, okay, cool.
Unfortunately, left a long while ago. They don't tend to talk about her.
Okay, yeah, of course we will keep it hush hush. Don't want to step on any toes.
They are...
Thank you so much.
Are they here?
I mean, I haven't seen them leave through this gate.
So as far as you're aware, they will be at the address you've given us.
Are they nice people?
They're very devout individuals.
Mm.
Sounds lovely.
Let's go in.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. If you have any issues, feel free to...
And I'll tip my invisible hat that I don't have and walk on through.
Okay.
Like, and if any of you notice, my hand is like shaking as I put the photo back in my pouch.
So, I have a nice little picture of Heart's Faith.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
That's lovely.
So, I don't know if people can see it on the camera. But
Probably not.
we've got this little bay
Okay, you can see.
down at the bottom here. So you've come in through the side gate. It's over here, and you're sort of heading into the middle tier. So this area here is all going to be the second tier. The first tier, where all the lawmen are, is at the top, and then at the bottom we have the merchant tier.
So is it going up the mountain?
So it's going up the mountain.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well,
So I will hand this to you for now, so you can have a little look.
once we're out of earshot, I'll just be like, nah. Those guys were too helpful. There's something going on here.
They didn't even ask for like money or anything for
Nothing.
information.
Nothing.
This is the opposite.
And they trusted us as well when I said like, oh, we're just friendly. They were just like, okay.
Oh, I'm guessing you are friendly. Look at me.
interesting.
I have a horn.
How are you
Well,
feeling?
When you're not frowning, you look fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm fine.
I'm
I
gonna.
think you look as ashy as I do when I need my drugs.
I'm gonna like
Mm,
gesture over to Yorin,
Mhm.
who I'm assuming is nearby.
Yeah, he's sort of bobbing
I'm
along,
gonna like,
and he'll pop down and say, "Hey, what's up?"
Yorin, I think Brady might need a bit of love. You know, like a bit of, I don't know, encouragement or, and I think you're the best person to do that.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And he'll pop up and hobble on over to Brady and sort of bob next to your shoulder.
hey,
And he'll bob around to the front.
he can pop himself on my shoulder.
And he'll pop himself on your shoulder and say, "How's it going? You look a little flushed."
I'm not sure if my mom and dad are gonna be happy to see me. So I don't know if I should go in as someone else, like a friend of myself, or if I should just be like, surprise.
Well, if you go as a friend of yourself, would it not pass on a negative message that you yourself weren't, I don't know, brave enough, or
Maybe.
something bad has happened? I've heard people give bad news when somebody they don't know shows up.
It can also be someone that is looking for Brady, or whatever your name is. You can be searching for yourself, which you are.
Yeah.
It's not a lie, technically.
It's true.
And I do like a good technicality.
What if I fell in love with myself in like a tavern or something, right? Like I fell in love with her, and then all I had was this photograph.
You've seen her show?
Exactly. And I don't know her name, I don't know where she comes from, and I'm just looking. Is that too creepy?
No,
Is it a
no.
little bit stalkery?
No, I like
Before the fanfiction writes itself,
Sorry.
do you consider these were or are your parents? And presumably they might know you are a shapeshifter, and
Yeah.
may perhaps have a way of identifying that or seeing
Ooh.
through it.
That's smart.
It's possible.
But if they do,
Possible.
what is the harm in trying?
I mean, they're your family.
mean-
What if they don't want you to lie to them? What if,
Exactly. You approach by way of deception.
why don't we? You could send one of us in to make inquiries on your behalf. I mean, they wouldn't know. Presumably, they wouldn't know us from anyone.
That's true.
Possible.
But do you want to trust that to one of us?
Oh,
What? Why are you looking at me?
I'm just...
just the fact that they don't
Okay.
talk about me hurt.
Something happened. We all have skeletons in our past.
There
Me
was-
more than some.
That's true.
There
That's
was a
funny.
reason.
I don't want to upset these people.
You made a little joke.
Yeah. I think Mouse Celestia's having a good effect on y'all.
It's three of us now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people find, refuge for their own internal pains in...
In humor.
Sprite is just dying. That was, guys, it was
Mark's not actually laughing, but that's hilarious.
Sorry, Brady.
These 8 paths are testing me.
Let me. Is it alright if I Can we go to a tavern
Yeah.
and think about it? Maybe get some camping equipment or climbing equipment. Sorry, my brain's all fuzzled.
And a very strong drink.
Yeah, I think I need to sit on this.
We don't need to do it today or tomorrow. We have days. We don't
Why
know where to
don't
be.
they like to talk about her? Me.
You want some time off,
Or-
eh?
Maybe you had a row, big argument over something. Maybe it was something silly, and they're gonna be really happy to see you again because
Maybe they're just like too sad because I died or something.
maybe.
There is.
Bringing it up makes
I mean,
them
we did
wanna
all die.
cry.
We all have something strange in our past. We are connected by some dark shit.
There is a reason we all ended up on that shit.
It's true.
Yeah.
In hell.
right. Yeah. We'll deal with it.
All right, to a tavern.
Which one was it again? What did he say?
The
Pilgrim's
from
Passage.
the Pilgrim's Passage.
Pilgrimages.
You have to go through the passage.
Well, hopefully it's a good one.
Okay. So you're heading down through the town, correct?
We're going down into the passage. The
Okay.
dark passage. The dark pilgrim's passage.
Pilgrim's passage.
So as you enter into the town,
We
right?
just entered the pilgrim's passage.
Wow.
As you enter into the town and you turn to head down the mountain towards the merchanty quarters, you see that the glittering waters of the silvery sea sparkle on the horizon, reflecting the stars. You can see all of the buildings are made up of polished white stones, littered with window boxes, beautiful cobblestone streets, and a fountain on every crossroads. A crescent dock is embedded in the centre of the town at the bottom of the steep cliff that the city is built on. In there you see docked with ships, and a little further out you can see various whales sort of splashing around in the sea. In the bay, just off to the side, in one of the more quiet areas from this ships, you make out sort of faint outlines of swimmers just splashing around in the waters.
Hunting for pearls, are we?
At the top of the town, behind you, one large building towers above the rest. There's a mural of a large plant seed at the top of the building.
Like a singular seed?
Like a singular seed.
Is it sprouting?
It is starting to sprout.
Huh.
It's real?
Or
is it
a
a
mural?
It's just a mural.
Oh, sorry, it's not actually.
I was just like trying to visualize this mural, and I was like, is it just a dot? How do we know it's a seed? Okay, it's sprouting.
So, as you travel down, you can see various dogs just casually roaming the streets, all of them very passive. They don't attack or bark or growl at anyone that passes by. They're just walking on through. You notice that some of them have sort of like a longish sort of beard coming down from their chins.
Can I like bend down next to one, be like, "Hey, boy. Hello."
Hello, how can I help you?
Oh! Sorry, you just took me by surprise. I did not expect you to be speaking common. That is pretty cool.
Yes, thank you.
Can I ask, like, what are you up to?
Well, I just thought it's a lovely night. Head out for a little bit of a walk.
Well, that's, yeah.
Are you hearing this?
Yeah, no, I'm with my ears.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm hearing these
This
words.
place,
Are
From-
you new
Yeah.
Celeste?
I'm so sorry. Yes, we
Very
are just brand straight through the gate new.
Ah, well, welcome.
We nearly drowned.
Thank you.
This may be a
What's your name?
Farron.
Farron. Nice to meet you, Farron.
Yes.
I'm
Nice.
Sprite,
Sprite.
I think.
Hi, I'm Brady.
Hello, Brady.
D.
D.
Spike.
Spike. Lovely to meet you all.
Do you live around here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, makes sense.
That's so cool.
What do you-
I've never seen so many dogs.
Are you a dog?
Wow.
I'm a food dog.
A food dog.
A food dog.
Excuse me.
It's the same as the guy. Of
Okay.
course. So you grow big.
You get real big?
They grow big. We met someone exactly like you in Sigil. He was a bartender.
That is right.
It was huge. You're gonna grow that huge.
I mean, I can do. We can grow to whatever size we feel is appropriate.
You can change shape.
Whoa.
To an extent.
That's
We
amazing.
can change size.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
shape changing and size changing is kind of a thing around here.
Is that a thing around here? Lots of people do that?
Some people can. It depends.
Wow.
Would you be able to recognize someone if they are shape changing that way?
Not innately, no.
Oh.
I guess it would defeat the purpose.
I
If
guess.
it was
Suppose,
easy
but-
to,
If you grow up among them, then
perhaps you do have an
maybe a way
affinity.
to recognize.
Where are you heading?
That's so cool.
Oh, I'm just going to go and have a drink from the fountain.
Oh,
Sounds nice.
really nice. We were hoping to
This
go and
place.
find a drink somewhere, weren't we?
It is so beautiful here.
Yeah.
Do you ever get tired of just how nice it is?
Oh, certainly not. It's perfect. It's peaceful. It's wonderful.
We're looking for the Pilgrim's Passage, if you know.
Ah,
where it
yes. If you just head down there, take a left, travel, 2 blocks down and take a right, you should be able to make it there.
Oh,
All
well,
right.
that's very kind of you. Farron. Farron?
Farron.
Farron.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
See you around,
Maybe see you around.
Hopefully so.
Hope so.
Enjoy the stroll.
Have a lovely visit, and you're new here, then may your trip be fortuitous.
Oh, thanks, Farron.
Yes. I was just going in for a cuddle and then he was like talking to her.
That's what happened to me with the seaman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tried to touch his tentacles.
Mhm.
We need to stop touching beings without consent, don't we?
I feel like this place has a lot of surprises. Hot damn.
That was awkward.
This place is fucked up.
It is interesting.
Do you think they choose that size because they like to be cute and small and like rubs and stuff, or do you think that's just like a standard? Because like, look at all these dogs.
Maybe they don't need to eat as much if they're that small.
Oh,
Maybe it's a budgeting.
penny pinching. I like it. That's clever.
I can't
They're-
afford to be bigger.
Yeah.
Aww.
Their standards of appearance are their own. I
Yeah.
cannot vouch.
Yeah.
to any of
Interesting
it.
how the beard is a popular facial accessory wherever you go. It's just funny.
Classic.
Yeah, classic beard.
Stroke
This way,
my
guys.
beard.
This way.
Alright, let's go.
And you travel down through the streets, and you can hear the sounds of, the children playing and laughing, and you hear one mother call out to their child to come in because dinner is ready.
Anyone ever played Fable 1?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
Anyone getting Oakenville vibe?
Maybe.
Sick.
And
I'm just getting like the Grease vibes that you see
With the
like
dogs,
from TV, like on the hill with the white
Yeah.
buildings and the
Like
planters. and the-
Santorini.
Yeah, on the
It does kind of
coast.
evoke images of Greece, doesn't it?
Everything's like
Does.
perfect and beautiful.
Hellenic.
and you make your way down, follow the instructions that you were given by
Talking dogs, hot
talking
diggity,
dogs.
hot
What's his
diggity.
name?
Farron.
Farron. And eventually, you'll make yourself at the Pilgrim's Passage, whereby you are greeted by an individual. I cannot find my notes on. Here we go. So as you head on in, you can see that there are a good 7 or 8 patrons here. All of them dressed in varying different clothes, not necessarily casual clothes like you've seen the people in the streets. These ones, you know, some of them have leather, some of them have robes, like thick woolen robes. And they all seem to be sort of milling around, all on their own. None of them appear to be travelling with anyone that you can noticeably see.
Okay.
And behind the bar you see a 7-foot-tall individual with light green skin, very soft features. And he has a metal collar around his neck, and as he spots you come in, he says, "Hello there."
Howdy.
Hey.
What can we do for you today?
Oh, he's singing.
Is this the Petitioner's Passage? Pilgrim's Passage, sorry.
Yes, this is the Pilgrim's Passage.
Oh.
Is singing mandatory?
No, I am a trumpet archon.
Of course it is.
Awesome.
We know an archon. Not a trumpet archon, though.
I'm at point
Yes,
two there.
you have a lantern archon with you.
Are you like the next level up?
I am multiple levels up.
Oh,
Cool.
What's your name?
I am Astor.
Astor. It's a good name.
wow. You have
Astor.
a beautiful singing voice, Astor.
Thank you.
Do you own this place?
This is my place of business.
Wow.
Good. Alcohol. 5
Strong.
alcohols, please.
Strong.
5 alcohols.
What kind would you like? We specialize in our ciders.
Mango cider.
That sounds good.
What the man said.
Would you all like the mango ciders?
That does sound
Both in game and in real life.
Maybe put some mango one on the one for. Sorry, some honey on the one for that guy over there.
Oh yeah, have you got something for soothing a sore throat?
Sore throat.
Certainly, I shall do what I can. That will be 43 silvers each.
Each
Damn.
43.
Silvers each.
How
Damn.
much is that?
That's 4 fucking gold. Sorry, that is 4 gold.
We pride ourselves on our ciders.
You know. How big are these ciders?
You get an entire pint.
Honestly matches up to actual IRL prices, so.
Yeah, it does.
Craft cider.
Fatty, that's about right.
I feel-
for,
Yeah.
for a
If
little
that is
cider.
too pricey for you, then we have our cheaper things.
I feel like
No,
a,
that sounds good for
I
me.
feel like
I'll
a
have one of
northerner
those.
in London.
Yeah.
How much?
How much?
I will have one of those. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Is it alright if we pay in gold?
We do not trade in gold here.
Oh,
course you
just silver.
You don't change?
Correct.
I wish someone had told me that before we got here.
I have some silver.
Not 43.
I only have 9 silver, but I have like a lot of gold.
Is there a place we can change gold to silver?
Yeah.
You may find traveling merchants that will trade in such.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they mentioned there was some like banks around here. Will
This is
Will
true.
they do an exchange for us?
It is possible that they may.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm gonna I'm gonna have to hold mine for a minute till I find some change.
Anything really, really alcoholic for 3 silver?
I have 2 silver.
Yes, I may be able to find you some ale.
3 silver.
Most distilled whiskey.
3 silver, just give me a shot, that's fine.
Excellent. And for the rest of you,
I'm just gonna have to nip out to the ATM. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna join you.
Yeah, I may have to do the same.
I'm feeling I need that right now.
I just need a little. We'll
I have
be
some. I have
right
some water
back
if you
though.
want.
I'm sure.
From the
From the ocean.
and he'll bring out a 10% ale. It's pretty strong.
Right, so I'll have that
I
for
have
3
the
silver,
space.
and we will be back for that really expensive one.
What was his name again?
It was Astor.
Astor.
Astorn.
Astor.
With an N at the end. Astorn.
Only silver.
Astor.
Yeah, there we go. We found the breach of paradise.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon when we.
I mean, at least it's not Electrum.
We've been to the.
Who trades in Electrum?
Why not?
Carl and I watched a video about that today.
We did.
If we go into the bank as we walk and talk, I would,
Yeah.
I would pose the question: why not gold?
Maybe it's like sinful here or something.
Perhaps.
Like silver is like the
Yeah.
holy.
Maybe it's less abundant in the mines,
Maybe.
Silver.
and it's valued here. I mean, not
Maybe.
everywhere, but you know, maybe it's.
Or
Maybe
ma-
gold is really common here, and maybe you can get a lot of it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Are the roofs decorated with gold?
The roofs are not decorated with gold.
What
Damn
are
it.
the roofs decorated with?
The roofs are just, very nicely decorated and carved tiles.
Okay, like clay tiles.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
There's nothing like gilded, so nothing
Nothing
that gives us
gilded.
an indication that gold
It's too
comes up
much
from the
gold.
ground here.
Oh, let's speak to the bank people. See what they say.
It might just be a cultural thing,
Yeah.
or some kind of complex banking mechanism that I will not understand.
We're gonna have to be carrying bags of fucking silver.
Does this have anything to do with Jesus and silver?
Jesus.
No. Okay,
No.
going by that face.
Oh,
now.
like those 12 silver pieces
Yeah,
or whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
You're gonna pay the tall man with silver as well.
It's like
Keep an
yeah.
eye out for Judas. See if
I
there's
told
any-
you this place is not a safe
If you
place.
see a ginger bloke looking really shifty,
Pointing at things.
just shoot
If
him.
he goes like that, that's literally.
The exact pose.
Or if he comes to kiss you on the cheek.
So,
Oh, yeah,
as you travel around, you eventually come across a bank, and you notice that it is called.
We buy gold. No.
Cash for silver.
It is the front door is adorned with a motif of a great dragon.
Bank with the dragon.
Is this,
You
is
can
there
do me
platinum
a
dragon?
religion check if you would like.
I want to do a religion
Yeah,
check.
I would like to do that. Oh!
This is a fun little thing. Sprite and Brady, you get to add a D4.
What?
Oh.
A D4?
What? For
As-
a religion check?
As you
Celestia?
feel a sensation that courses through you.
You're good.
24.
Oh,
You're good aligned.
fucking
Hang on. Extra D4
You're good
on
aligned.
top.
You get to roll your D20 and then you get
Son
to
of a
add
bitch.
D4.
Plus
Okay,
skill
s-
modifier.
Right, so that's 21,
For the-
23.
23. Brady?
I got 24.
24.
17.
13.
17 and 14.
Yeah, because we good.
Oh, no, I had
babies.
24. No, hang on, 19.
You had 23.
Did I?
That's what you said?
19
I
plus
know.
2 plus
21, 23. Sorry, I can't do
Okay.
math.
Um, everyone except for Spike recognizes the motif somewhere in the back of their mind to be depicting Bahamut. the platinum dragon.
Oh fuck! They only take blood.
It's got like a silver sheen to it, like a white silver.
Just going forward, Brady and Sprite have the effect of guidance and bless.
Fuck me.
Overpowered bitch. Yeah.
While we're in this city?
Whilst you're in Mount Celestia.
Yeah, Mount Celestia.
Wow.
It's the good plane.
Both
my
of you
God.
are good aligned, and as a result, you are neutral good, and Sprite is chaotic good. From our calculations of all of our sessions up to date, out off camera, we had a discussion to what we felt everyone's alignments were based off of their actions in the campaign so far.
That's cool.
That is so cool.
Wait,
you
so
get
this-
D4 on top of
all
like
skill
checks.
checks?
Skill checks for
And
the
attack
guidance
rolls
and
and
bless for
everything.
attack and saving throws.
Cool.
That's really cool. I don't imagine getting into many fights here though.
Oh, thank God I can relax. and
Don't
you can
worry.
I
guys
mean,
can
they
carry.
have lawyers, so.
That's true. We may get into some litigation.
Oh God, I'm just imagining that.
I think Sprite would be good at arguing. I think she'd
no,
just
for sure.
send them around in circles and they'd be like, I don't even know what we're arguing about anymore.
No.
Anyway, sorry.
Yes, you notice the motif is that of Bahamut.
Let's go in.
And as you head on in, you notice that all around you are various gems. This is probably the most opulent building that you've come across with the most decorations on the inside. The outside is relatively straightforward, just marble building with the motif. But as you enter in, you can see gemstones on all of these depictions of Bahamut in various circumstances, sort of murals depicting great deeds of Bahamut.
Is there a particular martial tint to all of this, or is it just like grandeur in general?
Would you say martial tint as in
Is it like celebrating his military victory over a foe, or
celebrating all of the great deeds that he has done historically? Some of which involve, I think one of them is the casting down of Tiamat.
okay?
Would it be temple-like or more like bank-like?
Almost temple-like.
Almost temple-like. Makes sense.
You get the impression that this place is both a place of worship for Bahamut as well as a place of business.
This is very
Where's
interesting.
Jesus with that whip?
And you notice that there are 3 desks in the back, each of them with a different metallic coloured dragonborn.
Ooh.
Are they busy or?
It does not appear to be particularly busy right now.
What time of day is it? Still morning or midday?
Well,
They
it's
said
sort of
dinner-
twilight.
No, no. The lady said dinner was ready. The
That's
mother
right,
said
she
dinner is
did.
ready, so we know it's dinner time.
Even time. We might be able to.
Which
catch
is
them
interesting
before they
considering
close.
that you arrived in this plane in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, the morning from Seagull.
Sigil.
Yeah.
But there's, time zones, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Plane zones.
You do not feel long enough has passed.
No.
Okay.
That dinner would be coming around. You're thinking
We
in your
got-
internal clock from your time in Sigil, it's probably lunchtime at
Yeah.
this point.
Portal lag.
Portal lag.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good sir.
Is this?
Hi.
Hello?
Yeah.
What may we do for you today?
We're looking for some exchange of currency. We've got some gold here, and we have just learned that the place that we are about to stay in takes only silver.
That would appear correct.
Is this a universal thing here? Is it always in silver?
Most of the people here believe that gold weighs heavily on the soul.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
That's-
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Bahamut appreciates all wealth in all forms.
Of course.
So you could do us a favor by exchanging.
Yes.
We could give you some gold, you could give us some silver in return.
There will be a small transaction fee, but yes.
a waste. A waste. It's like if you do it at the airport, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's an airport?
Portal
The
port.
portal.
Portal, the portal of air.
The arrival
Oh,
point.
An
right.
airport.
The airport, 'cause it's essentially through the
So what's this fee?
For each gold piece exchanged, we will take a copper.
A copper?
I think that sounds very fair.
Yeah,
Fair.
For your
that's good.
services.
Fair enough.
Absolutely.
How much may we exchange for you today?
How many pints do we want?
Well, we didn't ask the price of anything else,
I
which is
know.
a bit of a mistake. But we can always return
If that is the price of.
a very expensive drink.
Is that how much you have?
Yeah.
Good sir, do you know how
Oh,
much
yes.
lodgings would be? Would set us back in silver?
It depends on how austere your lodgings will be.
Oh, they'll be austere.
Is it legal for us to sleep in the street? Just a theory.
I'm just gonna like
I-
shake my head a little bit.
Do not believe it would be.
Well, if it's all right with you, I've got about 100 gold pieces. Is that too many for you to exchange?
We can gladly take that and exchange it.
That would be fantastic. And I'll just move around to the side of the desk and count out 100 gold pieces on the table.
Okay.
I will exchange 30 gold. So that's.
Oh god, I have to do maths.
That
Okay,
was
so
it.
there would be 100 copper that they would take,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
One
gold.
gold.
which is 1 gold. Okay, so it would be 99 silver pieces. No, 999 silver
If you pay
pieces.
101 gold, you can get a straight
999
number.
So
No,
it's 10
silver.
numbers to
990
silver piece.
because it's 1 gold out. So 1 gold will be 10
Thank you.
silver.
10
Sorry, I
silver.
was looking at. I've got 9 silver pieces, so my brain was already doing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
10.
Yeah.
So I would do the same, but I'll go 101 gold to get
90
1,000
and 100
silver.
Clever.
Okay. If you mark that off of what you have and are exchanging,
Very cool.
I don't know if I guess we don't know how
you
much
can get
we're
it in
gonna
Electrum if you.
I guess I could do the same. I don't know how much we're gonna need,
I
but
don't know.
Yeah, you still have the
There's no
value in silver.
harm.
You can
Yeah.
try and use the silver.
And we know that silver is good in sigil.
I'll
Yeah.
Silver is good and sigil.
I'll
Oh,
do the
It's all
same.
good.
It's just a little bit more cumbersome to carry, but the
It's
weight on the body
it's different.
lightens the burden on the soul.
Mhm.
God, I hate this place.
I'm gonna dig around in my pack, pull out a slightly bigger leather
I'm gonna
pouch.
do what
Like,
looks so wrong.
stuff most of the silver in there and tie it up and
Just
stick
throw it
in
on
my
the floor. It's to be.
I'm gonna ask, as we're changing, the Dragonborn, what he knows about the pearl diving business.
Blood pearls. Blood diamonds. Blah, blah.
Look, I'm
Do-
poor. I need
Hundreds
money.
of kids
The
die
clams
every day.
talk.
I hate to break it to you, but we're supposed to be doing a path of the 5 virtues.
Yeah.
None of that is poverty. So
Or greed.
That's
Greed is
or
right.
greed.
What are the 5? Can I have a
Honesty,
it's honesty.
charity, hope, moderation, tolerance.
Moderation, bro.
Moderation, though.
None of that is
Moderation.
Moderation can be taken in other ways.
That's
Alcohol
true.
Aren't you
sometimes.
supposed to-
Yeah, sure.
Aren't you supposed to embody it like in your whole being in all aspects of your life?
Are we? Or
Not
can
all
we
of
just
them.
do like an act of each one? Does that? Who's gonna know?
No.
I mean, our God will know.
Well,
I
yeah.
think that's our entire point of the
I
podcast.
If we get to the foggy bit of the mountain and you just can't go through, then it's like, oh shit,
You
I
know.
better go back and
I
do some
guess
more.
so.
Yeah.
But also,
that
is-
doesn't change the fact that I need money.
Sorry,
Maybe
we're
the-
talking amongst ourselves
maybe the
while you're
point.
changing our money.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fine. He's doing the counting and so on.
I imagine someone's like, the idea behind this is like, you're not supposed to be like, ooh, what's the least I can do to get away with coming
Yeah.
up the mountain? The whole idea is to really encompass these things.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
What do you need money for? I mean, I have some, but we all have some. If you're
Yeah.
in need of some,
We're asking
We're
us
just asking.
44 silver for a drink. I am
For their notorious
Ultra
strengths.
special one.
for their
Specialities.
still a price that I'm using to indicate other services that might
Yes.
be
Mhm.
necessary.
There are
True.
premiums everywhere. You know how it is. Look at the
Besides,
He's
you can
back.
always.
I don't mind you spotting you some stuff if needs be. We're all in this
That
together.
is the entire reason why I am asking for this.
Okay.
Alright, fair enough.
Wait, so charity's okay as long as you're not the one being the benefit of it?
I'd rather be self-sufficient first, and then we can consider charity.
That's a good point.
Just something to think about. I sure am going to be thinking about that. That's interesting.
Mm.
So you ask about the pearls.
Yes.
Well, what is it you'd like to know?
How does it work? Do you sign on to a crew and you die for a few weeks, or?
I mean, the clams are out in the sea. If you have the capacity to go out to the beds, then you can do so.
Anyone can? Do you require specialized equipment?
That would depend on how you're planning on getting down to the river seabed.
I suppose.
Yeah, maybe some people can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
That'd be a very useful
Like
skill.
our friend who helped us out of the ocean.
But he's, he has an actual job.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying we employ him. I'm just saying there's probably others like him around.
I'm sure there are spells and abilities that will.
I'm just
Oh,
asking around. Could be an option.
Maybe you'd be so heavy that you just to the bottom and we could attach a rope to you and we just heave you back up.
Yeah, like an anchor.
Mm.
Could work.
Like a diving bell.
That could work.
Do the clams talk?
Are these ethical clams?
I do not believe that they do. They are living creatures, but
Yeah.
I don't believe that they do. Relatively recently, we actually fished up the largest clam that we've come across.
Oh, wow. Did you guys have a big party?
Well, the priests of Mitra called it the Star of the Deeps.
That makes sense.
They theorize it's the remains of a Minari that
Oh, wow.
entered into the plane and sunk.
That must have been something.
Yes.
Is the pearl being
Can we
held
go
somewhere?
visit somewhere?
It
Like-
was held in the Temple of Mitra, but one of the priests seemed to have fled with it.
Ah!
Oh.
That's terrible.
No, this place
Oh,
finally
that's-
feels like a normal place.
Okay,
now
that-
I know why they
okay.
need lawyers.
That's
There is
right.
crime.
Oh,
No.
that's such a shame. Where in particular did he flee?
Well, last we know, he was in the Temple of Mitra.
Did he get caught?
He has not been found.
Oh,
The
wow.
local fishermen all believe that as a result of their tales, this Tanari seems to have possessed him and made him flee.
Mm.
Oh
Maybe
no.
there's a reward for
Interesting.
getting him back.
Maybe we could find him and persuade him to give it back.
Persuade him.
I suppose.
That would be our honesty
That
virtue.
Pretty good.
genuinely would actually.
We could help him be honest.
Yeah. Does the city, the town, do they want this pearl back, or do they believe that it's cursed? Sorry, I'm a little unclear.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that's actually a really good
Mm.
question because we should.
Like 'cause Tanaris, I'm not super familiar. Are they good beings or?
Tanaris are from the abyss.
So I imagine not then.
No, they
Okay.
are not. This is why it is believed that it's formed from one of these. It came into the plain and the holy waters
Cleansed him.
cleansed it. But in terms of the city, they care very little for it. The temple,
The temple.
however, but this is all hearsay from the fishmongers.
I do love a good rumor from a fishmonger.
Not much else to do at sea.
Well, that was very
Thank you for that.
helpful.
Yeah. Thank you for that. A little bit of
As-
insight.
Thanks for this extra weight in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yet I bet your soul feels lighter. Hmm?
Yeah.
Can you even carry that?
I
Brady
Yes.
winks at you very
No
handsomely
ways.
because he knows.
Hey, now you made a little joke. That's all of us.
Yeah, Link's not allowed to make any jokes because he made too many back in Segal.
We're catching up.
Mm.
I asked the Dragonborn, what is Bahamut here?
Not in this establishment, no. He has his own realm that travels up and down the mountain.
So, yeah,
Oh.
in this plane then.
Yes,
Oh.
this is his realm in this plane.
And it travels up and down the mountain, like, just for fun?
It is one of the few places Bahamut has the strength to transpose his realm upon the different layers. Praise Bahamut.
Praise Bahamut.
Yep.
That sounds really interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, if we happen to come across it, I wouldn't mind taking a old gander at that.
Mm.
Sure. That would be a good experience. You can record on your...
It would really would. It would. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any more of that? I thought you only had one.
I only have one, but Link has two.
Uh,
And you know, generosity or whatever. Oh no, he's doing something else.
Yeah. Doesn't work.
But he could experience it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand how this place functions as such a deeply religious society composed of so many deities. It is heartening in a way that it is not living up to expectations I perhaps hold. I thought there would be far more conflict, far more disagreement.
Why?
Perhaps it's my own preconceived notions. But
Different faiths, different values.
true, I suppose I also come from a place that's insular. One belief, one people. This is strange to me. Unusual.
I can understand how it would be. But different people believe in different deities here, and everyone is accepting of that.
It is heartening to see.
Thank you so much for the chin wag. I hope we haven't kept you from too much of your work.
Would you have use of gems?
We do accept gem donations to Bahamut.
Of course.
We may have to ask in the marketplace.
Probably.
Yeah.
I thought a bank would be useful.
Yeah, are there permits or anything that you need to trade here in Hearth's Faith?
Yes, you would need to go and see the mayor and acquire a trading permit.
Okay, cool. And then I imagine, is it a difficult process, or do you just fill out a piece of paper?
Usually there would be an interview process to ensure that the goods that you are selling are suitable. We cannot have anyone just coming in here and setting up shop. That would be too chaotic.
It would.
I totally understand. I totally understand.
Is there a way that people in town use to tell time? Or do they just rely on their own mothers to tell them when dinner is ready?
Those who live here understand how time works. The longer you spend here, the more you become attuned with the plane and all of its uses.
Of course.
Fair enough. Thank you for your time.
Excellent. Is that all?
I believe it is.
We may come back for some more silver at some point.
Thank you for your business.
Should go and lighten
Thank
the
you
load.
so much. It looks even bigger in your tiny hands. I love it. Do you want me to put it? Do you want to store it in my backpack?
Yes, please.
All right. Here you go. I've got a little fancy little tie here. Let me just.
Thanks.
1,000 coins is a lot.
That's heavy.
It's heavy.
Ooh.
Oh, oh, feeling it there? Feel the burn?
That'll be excellent for your morning jog.
Absolutely.
What do you call it?
Weight training.
Your
Calisthenics.
My calisthenics. Such an
it's one of
old
those
lady
words
word.
I can't say. I keep wanting to say ablutions, but that's totally different.
I mean,
It's religious. But
military morning run involves taking your carry bag and you just fill it with rocks to the
Uphill.
point of its capacity.
in
My
boots.
grandfather used to have to do morning drills with a rock-filled backpack so you can get used to the weight of all of the equipment that you need to carry with you over long periods. It's pretty intense stuff.
Yeah, very intense.
So, we could set up a meeting with the mayor. That would be a decent enough payment for our gem friend, I would say.
Absolutely.
He would have to deal with the rest, but setting up a meeting may be enough payment for
You
him.
might also be able to put us in contact with the priests of the temple.
True.
This is true. But for now, perhaps a 4 gold drink.
When you say it out loud like that, it just sounds crazy.
I mean, when in Mount Celestia, am I right?
I wonder if this is like a scam for new people.
Do you want to try a couple of different pubs and see inns, whatever, and see what
Travel
there's?
station.
Maybe we should go in and just check if it's the same cost or if we're being fleeced.
Is there a few within like a close range of each other?
A
Maybe we
little
could split
crawl.
up and
Yeah,
just
they'll-
pop in.
They'll all be in the merchants' quarters. So as you travel to a couple of various different taverns and inns, the prices vary. If you go for any of the speciality stuff, it's pretty high. One place does an exquisite crimson wine, or they claim that it's exquisite. Different places have different drink specialities. It seems like none of their specialities step on each other's toes. So you have different alcohols.
I love that.
So if you want the wine, you go to that one. If you want the cider, you go to
You want
that
the
one.
best mango cider, we know to go to the singing.
God damn, you went to the right one. You went to the perfect mango cider place. Lucky gift.
Built for you.
Nice.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Reminds me of all the yarn stores in our area. We try
Aw.
not to step on each other's toes with the same brands.
Aww.
Great.
It's so cute.
Okay.
All right, so we could go and order like a less expensive drink from
Yeah.
this place we want to hang out with, or we could, first night splurge a little.
Go hard and go home.
I want a lot of drink for less money rather
Alright.
than little drink for a lot of money.
So ale's probably your jam.
Okay. So you're going for an ale. Are you all going back
10%
to the...
ale, fortified
I'm
ale.
happy to go back to the mango cider place.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Who's having the mango cider?
I'll buy one for you if
Yeah.
you'll let me.
Can I negotiate a small, like,
No.
No, you won't let me.
measure
All
it?
right,
Pint.
that's fine.
Like a taster.
like a little,
And
yeah,
after we
it's
have
like
a
a
very
little
short argument.
thimbleful, just
where I'm
to.
like,
Gold
I'll
for
buy
a
you
taste.
one. And you're like,
One gold.
And I'm like,
Just silent headshake.
Like off the kids menu, mango cider for the kids menu.
oh,
they'll
like a
give
half
you-
pint.
They'll give you like a little shot as a taster so that you can
Yeah.
see whether it's something that you would like.
I'm practicing moderation, you see.
So are you actually ordering like a small version
Yeah.
of the drink? So you're not asking for like a taster, you're asking for
No, I'm
a
gonna
small-
buy it, but I would like maybe to negotiate a cheaper price for a small measure.
Okay. For a half pint, will be 21 silver.
Oh, I get 1 silver off.
No, it was 43 silver.
Oh,
So you get half the price.
yeah.
And 1 silver
Yeah.
off.
And 1 silver off.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant in general.
No, I mean
Oh.
like it's a tiny discount
It's
for going
Right,
half
because
instead of
it's
a
half.
full.
Okay, fair enough.
That's
I
fine.
misread you.
I've
sorry.
heard it's delicious.
Okay.
Can I
so
have some of yours?
No. You're practicing
Is
moderation
Brady
for
having
my
one?
drink.
I'll get a
Nuts.
mango cider.
We've got a
I
mango
will.
cider.
But
43, right? Oh, I can't do maths. Someone in the chat has said we need a stein of home brew.
Now I'll have a taster of that.
Okay, so anyone that has drank the full version of the drink, so they've paid the 43 silver and they've drank an entire pint of this stuff.
I imagine it would take me a minute.
It tastes phenomenal. The flavour of the mango overpowers the taste of the alcohol in it.
Oh, boy.
That's usually what happens with mango cider.
Yep. Fruit cider, baby.
It does get you a little bit tipsy. It's quite strong. However, anyone that has drank an entire pint of it gains the benefit of the aid spell.
nice.
So you gain 5 temporary hit points.
Wow.
What about the cheap ass
Not cheap
picture
as-
that I had?
Oh, I thought you meant me. 'Cause I'm
You had the
small.
same. You had the same.
No, I didn't because I
It's
didn't have a full
Quite
one.
strong.
Oh.
Yeah, but you're really
It's
tiny.
not watered down. You think after another 1 or 2 of these, because you've now had 2, you'll be looking at the floor.
I would say a 2 and practice discipline.
Say it too. One and done.
2 and done.
2 and done.
2 and done.
What about Captain Half Pint over here?
It tastes phenomenal, but you do not gain the benefit of the.
That's fine, but I'm not like super tipsy or anything.
Your alcohol tolerance is notoriously not been that effective. You can do me a Constitution saving throw. I remember you drinking the
I
ale
love it.
and getting a little bit.
Give it another couple of levels
That's
and you'll be
right,
immune
yeah.
to alcohol.
I know, that's true.
Immune to poison.
Oh,
Oh no, that's monks.
that's 13.
13.
Yeah. Oh no, 14. Sorry.
14?
Yeah.
Okay. You start to get a bit tipsy, but you do not get drunk.
Good.
Giddy.
I still have my senses, and I'm still finding everyone's little jokes hilarious.
Even more
Even
so.
more hilarious. Tell the skeleton one again.
I'm gonna ask around the other travelers. Are they generally friendly?
Yeah, so what kind of individual are you meeting? Are you going for one of the
'Cause
ones in
they're all-
robes? You're going for ones in like the leather armor or tunics?
Because there's no groups, right? They're
There's no
all by
groups.
themselves.
All by themselves.
Are people giving us weird looks?
It's giving you weird looks.
Okay.
I will go for people with armor.
Okay. So as you head over to one and you speak to it, you notice that this individual that you approach, his skin is very, very liquidy. You can feel like a sense of the hair is basically like moving and flowing water.
Cool.
And yeah, they're wearing sort of like a leather tunic. You can see that they have a rapier nestled on their hip.
I'll settle like a good, good 5 foot distance from him, from this person, and
You don't decide to just touch him.
I will stroke him. And does he react to me at all?
He looks over to you, slightly quizzical look on his face.
I nod towards him and I ask, "Your first time here?"
Yes, it is my first time here. Yourselves, you do not look, there's quite a few of you, you do not look particularly local.
Same for us. You've been here long?
I would say 5 days or so.
Where from, if I can ask?
I come from the elemental plane of water.
Checks out.
Makes sense. Ever been through Sigil?
I had to go through there to get to here. I hear that there is a one-way portal back to the elemental plane of water.
That's handy.
Somewhere upon the what is it? The glass stand.
Ah, is there? Is that where you're going?
Are you coming over and joining in the
Oh, I thought
conversation?
we were together, but if we're not,
He went over and approached
your own?
the
Yeah.
desk.
I know. I don't say nothing.
Interesting. I originally did not come here intending to take the path. Have you?
I have indeed come here. I felt a little disconnected from the other people that are in my home. I wanted to find some sort of purpose. So I heard that if you are looking for a purpose, this is a place you can come. You find a purpose and you better yourself for it.
Suppose it's a journey many of us will need to take.
So you have taken a path yourself.
Yes.
Which one is it that you have chosen to take? If you don't mind him asking.
I shrug. I don't know what. I took it because I felt I had to. Because I think, the same as you, I need a purpose. But I am unsure of my decision. But in my thinking, I feel that it's better to walk the path and be unsure than be unsure and not go anywhere.
These are wild words that you come up with?
Yes, it's the fivefold path, I believe.
As the 5 virtues.
The five, yeah.
Ah, excellent. I too have chosen to take this path.
Are you aware of any what the challenges may ascertain?
I am not sure. I feel we should just do what we can to better ourselves. I feel inside of myself that these are things that would help me develop. I do not know if there are particular challenges, but doing and acting and being, they may give me purpose.
So you intend to live to the ideal even if you don't know exactly how?
Yes. That is not the belief of faith. How faith works. Was it having a belief, something that you strive for, even if you are not sure what the payoff is, or you know how you would go about doing it. You just do.
See, that's what both interests and frustrates me. I walk that path. I go somewhere. I'm heading someplace. Beyond all this, and I can like indicate to the air. I don't know where it will end up, or if I want to go there. But I feel I have to go, if that makes any sense.
I understand what you mean. Perhaps by going there, you may find your purpose, your meaning, your goals that you do not yet know.
A bit counterintuitive now.
Some say that it is the journey that really molds you and not the destination.
True enough. But I am not. I suppose I just don't like walking in blind. Too many uncertainties.
That is a fear that you feel, but beyond this path, hope may lead you through this. It may help suppress the fears that you are experiencing, if you hope that there is something to gain out of this.
Spike will look very thoughtful at that and nod. Thank you, stranger. If I may know your name.
My name is Vejnia. And yours?
Hashkar.
That is an interesting name. I heard it along the streets of Sigil on my brief journey through there to get here.
You'll be the first one to speak it.
Well, I thank you for giving me the opportunity, Hashkar. And he'll extend a hand out to you.
And I will shake it. It is as you say. If I do not take the first step, I will go nowhere. So why not?
Well, I wish you all of the luck, and yeah. And he'll take a small sort of scroll out of his pocket and says, I feel that you may make use of this. I would suggest you do not look at it until you feel inside yourself that the moment is right.
I will kind of like hesitatingly take the scroll, nod, thank you. I appreciate it.
Anything that I can help a fellow individual who finds himself a little bit lost in the world, trying to find that place.
If ever you need assistance, we walk the same path.
I hope one day we meet again and you have found your purpose.
Same to you. Thank you for the conversation. It was enlightening. And I will return. I will return to the party, and there's a very kind of like quizzical, uncertain look on Spike's face. I intended to make conversation with more people than just one, to sound out these individuals here, but it may have been enough.
Did you make a friend?
I think so.
That's great.
Cheers
walks
to
the
that.
He walks the same path as us.
Hey, even better. We could always use more friends.
True.
Hope it was a useful conversation.
Very.
I made a decision.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go as myself.
Yes. Yes.
Or my natural form.
If you were certain.
Okay, maybe the mango cider talking, but
Let the mango
Tomorrow?
cider speak for you.
tomorrow I think I'd like to go.
Can you get double this?
No, unfortunately not. But Yoren will hobble down and he'll sort of float by your shoulder and wait for your permission.
Oh yeah,
And he'll say,
anytime.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
Can't be an easy decision to make, but hey.
I think it's good. You know, people that are talking about all their virtues and stuff. You know, just between me and you, I think honesty is one I would like to stick to. It's fun being someone else sometimes and playing games and lying to get what we want, but I think people that really matter deserve honesty. Yeah.
I think you're right.
How are you doing anyway? Have you figured out what your next thing is?
Yeah. I think I'm going to take the Path of Valor.
Path of Valor.
Ooh.
Sounds valiant.
Well, thank you. I don't know, I felt a connection with Cyril Alley.
Who's that now?
Well, from what I can gather, he's the halfling deity of friendship.
Friendship. That's a good fit for you. I like it.
I made new friends, and you guys brought me here. I feel like I'm on my way to where I should be, rather than being lost.
I like it. Do you eat or drink or anything? Can we get you anything?
I don't drink or eat. Don't have to. But,
Yeah.
I absorb good feelings.
That's good. It must be nice here then. Seems like everybody's a little more cheerful.
Yeah. I'm gonna do good things for people. I'm gonna help them if they need it. Like I helped you guys.
Absolutely.
I wonder if that's already counted.
Maybe. Counts in my book. I'll try and give him like a warm fuzzy feeling as I give him a laugh. Just like,
And he sort of sends down through you a similar warm feeling.
no. Friendship.
Friends.
Brilliant.
Okay. He'll bubble on up. Is there anything else anyone would like to do this day, or shall we take a night's rest?
I'll ask the Archon, or Trumpet Archon, if he knows there's a place of learning in this town, or a library, school, anything like that.
There are some libraries in this location, and yes, there are some schools here, but they are mostly for the young children.
Alright. Thanks.
No problems. And with that, I think we'll take a brief break, and we'll come back in the morning unless anyone else has anything that they'd like to do.
Okay.
How much is our rooms gonna cost?
2 silver pieces each.
Oh my god, it's
Nice.
cheaper than the cider.
And you'll
Special.
find that the beds are modest. You have woolen mattresses, a couple of finely crafted tables, and the walls are made of the same white polished stone as all the rest of the buildings. And we'll take our break there, if you wouldn't
So,
mind.
yeah.
So we'll be back
Let's do it.
in maybe just under 5 minutes whilst we go refresh our drinks, and we'll continue from there in the morning.
See you in a bit.
See you in 5 minutes.
See you in a minute. Thank you for waiting and welcome back. We've all refreshed our drinks and so on and so forth. So, as everyone heads themselves back up to the room that you have rented in your woolen mattresses, you have a rather pleasant sleep. You wake up and the sky is exactly the same as it was, twinkling stars, nice sort of summery breeze, very comfortable temperatures.
Summer breeze.
And you
Makes me feel fine.
wake up feeling refreshed.
So, what do you guys do?
I go for a jog.
Go for a jog? Where are you going to jog for? You going out of the
I,
town, or are you going to just jog through the streets?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out this gate that we came.
In?
No. I'm gonna go out the big gate. By the. Oh no, that's a harbor. Never mind. I'm gonna go out the gate we came in.
Yep.
And I'm gonna just jog along the beach.
Okay.
And then come back in again. If
And
they're cool with that. I'll ask them before I go out, obviously.
yeah, the free passage to go in and out as you wish. And you come back, and I'm sure everyone's just waking up after you've done your morning jog.
I did that in my male Brady form, by the way.
In your Malbury form.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And you come back, and you know you had a good workout, and everyone's probably
Rebraiding my
waking up
hair.
at that point.
Oh, y'all, it's a beautiful morning, night, whatever.
Good twilight to you.
Good try. How did y'all sleep?
Pretty good. It's nice. Everything
Dreamless.
is nice.
Just passed out.
It's good.
Good.
What are you all doing today?
Good. Link, how's your throat? Oh no, honey.
I believe they may have used the local water in their drinks.
We need to stay
Oh,
in bed
hell.
today.
Yeah.
No.
Bed rest. Rest that throat.
I don't know. What do we want to do?
I'm going to the library.
Oh, okay. Didn't see that one coming.
How are you feeling this morning? You know.
Feeling tired? Feel like you need a week?
As good as I usually am,
Oh,
unless told otherwise.
okay. Just asking.
Nice.
Try to be nice.
Everyone else? Are you taking the library trip as your downtime? Is that what you're planning on doing?
Yeah.
I was wanting to put it out there for all y'all. I'm gonna go see my potential parents today. Now we've all been with each other throughout most of our, awakenings, as it was. And if you want to come with me, that would be great. Oh, excuse me, I got a little bit of cider repeating on me there. Mangoes. But also, I'm okay to do this on my own if you would rather go do other things. I know this little town is quite exciting.
Can I do like an insight check? And I'm trying to work out if she's, they are telling the truth. You know, like, do they really want to do it on their own, or do they actually really want company, and they don't really want to be appear to be like
Yeah.
vulnerable?
I don't think you're actually deceiving anything, are you?
I am not.
Okay.
But so, yeah, I guess your insight check would show you how much you learn from that. If you want to try it, I can let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kind of want to. Yeah.
Yeah?
Where you can glean from their
Yeah.
body language and
I
stuff
want to
like
know,
that.
like, what percentage are you leaning more towards feeling vulnerable and needing some support, or kind of wanting to be brave and do it on your own? That's what I'm kind of hoping
Yeah,
to
that's
find
fine.
out. Oh no, that's an 8.
Plus the 1d4.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, that's a 3, so that's 11, and then plus 4.
Inside.
I'll let you gauge
15.
what she learns from your temperament.
You know Brady probably better than most of the other people in the group, and you can tell that they're nervous and looking for maybe a little bit of support, but like doesn't want to go on their own,
Mm-hmm.
but also isn't super keen on the idea of going there with like 12 other people.
No.
That's what you get.
Well, I mean, you know, Dee is gonna go to the library, and I'm guessing.
I wouldn't be any help anyway.
I don't know what these guys are up to, but I was kind of hoping, you know, just to get just to see the sites a little bit more, and if you wouldn't mind me tagging along, you know, I can just disappear, if need to be, but also I will be far away if you know, need someone to talk to.
It's fine.
Sounds good.
Shercombe Library, they may have books on Acarus.
I look at that rambling explanation and just raise my brow and just look at you. Do you feel like you would not need us per se, but would you want us there?
I mean,
I'm gonna jump in because I feel like she doesn't want to be rude. I got this. I'm gonna be like trying to be subtle, like I got this. It's fine.
Speaking from experience, having you there was actually really unhelpful. So,
oh wow. See, now I thought we did a great job, you know.
hey, I'm talking from my
breaking the
perspective.
ice, but that's good to know. Do you know what, Spike? I would love your company if you would come along.
He does raise an interesting point. But if you insist.
I stick to my guns.
And Link, you're gonna stay here and rest up?
I think we need a new bard.
I hope it's not catching.
Okay. So
Party
Dee
of 3.
is going to head on to the library, take half a day as a downtime action.
And maybe, I don't know if they have, maybe if they, as part of my thing, because one of my Eightfold Path thingies is teaching others. So perhaps I'll pop into the school and ask if they want like someone to talk a little bit about Sigil or something that I know a bit about.
A visiting
Arcane.
It's adorable.
We'll roll over to that in a little bit. In the meantime, Brady, are you heading there now?
I have an address.
Have an address.
I have a semi-plan. The plan is I'm going to go in as myself like this. Yeah. And I'm going to say...
Are you in your natural form at the moment?
No, I'm in my male form. I'm gonna say that I have news about their daughter, the lady in this picture.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna gauge their reaction.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that she is nearby. Hopefully, you know, they are happy to see her. And then I will change and show my true self.
And what if
I was gonna explain that I'd lost my memories.
the truth?
Yeah, the truth. Being honest.
What if they don't seem really happy?
Yeah, if they're not into
Just
it.
trying to play devil's advocate. What are you gonna do?
If they're not into it or it's really painful or whatever, then I'd rather leave them in peace. I know I want to find out this puzzle piece of my past so bad, but I don't think it's worth ruining someone's day over or week or
Brady,
laugh.
I've known you for a while now, and I've known you in different forms, and I've known you as Surfer Dude and, you know,
That is a good one.
beautiful Nordic warrior princess and many other forms. But the real you that is inside all those forms is a good and kind and sweet person who is the closest thing that I have to any family. So whatever their reaction, don't hide your real self. They deserve to see the person standing in front of them. And then we can walk away from it.
If I walk in as my natural form, what if they like faint or get scared or run out screaming or something? Then I won't get any information.
I'll heal them.
Sounds like a them problem.
Do you think I should just knock on the door in my natural form?
However you decide to do it. whatever the reaction is, good or bad, I think you should still reveal yourself in whichever way you see fit. I think you should, because this is me I'm trying to inspire hope.
Ah, I like it.
And I believe it as well. But whatever the outcome, the worst thing that can happen is you don't have your family with you, right? But you have this family. So the worst thing that can happen is we're in the same situation as we were this morning, this twilight.
That's true.
Few hours ago.
But
Okay.
whatever happens, we'll have the knowledge and the experience to take the next step forward. And that can only be a good thing. And the best case scenario is you get family back.
Essentially, what she is saying is true. If you are, what she said. If
It's such a valid thing, though. Like, just like, yes, I upvote this.
The Reddit of Mount Celestia.
oh god, more than neckbeards.
Right here.
I can imagine a post from D. Am I the asshole?
Oh. I love
No.
Grumpy D.
Because I went through it, and I know from experience that
Yeah.
you guys were a nightmare with my experience, which so I
Yeah.
was trying to go the other way.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
my experience is valid.
I wasn't
Oh,
talking about that. I
absolutely.
was just talking about.
I'm not the one that has trouble with bartenders every turn of the way.
That's
Oh.
So let's just leave it at that.
That's true.
Miss Karen. Oh, no one called me Karen yet. Oof.
Love this.
Speaking facts.
Dude,
Can you like
so
conserve some of that
catty.
ammunition? We might need it.
Yeah, I know.
I will.
Are you sure you didn't get fireball?
Not yet.
Because that was a burn.
Acid burn.
And that's the name of the episode.
Hopefully we'll remember.
He was very quiet until you poked the bee's nest.
I was only teasing. The
I
bee's nest.
I do appreciate D giving me some space, though. Like, I think the combination is actually really good for them. So
And it's coming from a place of experience.
yeah.
Pushed into the things that he didn't want to do.
I will look at, or Spike will look at Brady. If I have learned anything in our journey, it is that if we do anything, we must be sure of ourselves that we are making that decision because we made it. Not of anyone's own volition, not of anyone's influence. We started this not knowing who we were, going to a place that was only barely familiar to us. We are not so far removed from that time. And though much information was gained, we are still as blind as we were.
Mm-hmm.
That brings an interesting perspective, however, in that everything we do builds a new us. It adds to what we are, who we are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there are decisions that were made and have been made and will be made that I am not comfortable with. But I believe it was good. Or I hope. No, I don't believe. I hope. I hope. Such a stupid concept.
And yet here we are.
Indeed. I hope it was right. I hope it will be right. I hope I am not wrong. I hope I'm not proven wrong. And that is how I think about all these decisions. They must be made with the full knowledge that only you are the one who makes them. If you believe this is the right course, then take that step. Because you are the one ultimately who's facing the consequence of it.
Thank you for your wisdom, Spike.
It is not. It's a matter of blind leading the blind.
Preach.
No more wise than you are.
Alright. Let's do this.
Okay. You head up the streets and
I'm gonna still be in my male form as we walk in there.
okay.
I don't want anyone like random to stop me and be like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
you're
shit."
back," or whatever.
Oh snap!
Like derailing you.
And as you walk through the streets,
You owe me money.
everything is pretty and quiet. And you pull up to the front door of the address that you have been given. You can hear the faint whack, whack coming from behind the house.
What does the front entrance look like? Is there like a little gate, garden path, or is it straight onto the street?
Yes, there's a small gate and like a little garden with some flowers in the front.
I'm gonna take the little leather thongs out of my braids in my beard. I'm gonna tuck them in my pocket. I'm gonna put my hand on the little garden gate, and I'm gonna change back into my natural form. Female presenting. I'm gonna open the gate. I'm gonna walk up to the front door. I don't know if they'll answer because it sounds like they're out back, but
Roll me a d6.
it's a 2.
And after a few seconds, you hear footsteps from behind the door. And it slowly opens,
I stand up a little straighter, like,
and you're faced with a male face. Cropped, auburn hair, blue eyes, rough, scarred, pink skin. And they step forward, and there's a look in their eye. You can see almost visibly their mouth start to dry a little bit. And a very stern face looks at you and says, "You back?"
I just want to preface first that I have been through literal hell and I do not have my memories. I would love a conversation with you, if you would oblige.
Elma? And after a few seconds, you see a female looking individual step forward. Long, straight blonde hair and brown eyes. Soft looking skin, but coarse hands. And she steps into the hallway and you get the same look. And then as you sort of peek in, you see a young man looks slightly
Oh my god, is this the little boy? Is he grown up?
disheveled, messy hair, very short shorts, and they sort of peek down a set of stairs, and you see them almost fall down the stairs in shock. Little plump frame sort of takes a step down.
Can I take up a picture? When I woke up, this was all I had on me to tell me about my past.
And the older individuals will say, come in then. And they'll lead you towards a room.
I'm gonna look to you guys. Are you okay? Will you stay nearby?
We'll just be right outside. Just I'll have it in the window. Just catch my eye if you need, anything. Okay. Good luck.
And I'll follow them into the house.
And the one that was called Elma will close the door behind you and lead you into like a dining room. Sit around the table, and the dishevelled young man will run over and wrap his arms around you and start sobbing.
I'll wrap my arms around them as well. Are you Rack?
Rax?
Rex?
Yes, that's me. I've missed you.
I'm so sorry, I don't remember you.
I wrote to your last known place, but I haven't heard anything back in months. But you're okay, you're safe.
I'm okay, I'm still here, 5 fingers, 5 toes.
I've missed you.
How long was I gone?
6 months.
Okay. You look a lot more grown up than in that photo. Or that drawing, sorry.
You were young. I've started to go through my changes.
Oh.
And you see that the two older individuals, they just have a very straight face on them. And the masculine one says, "You said you wouldn't be back. Yeah, here you are. You said you've lost your memories.
I have, yes. Did we part on unfriendly terms?
You wanted to explore. This life we have was not enough for you. Broke our hearts. We've had to make do. Fortunately, your uncle passed and apparently set up a fund. We've made do without you since then.
I sure am glad to know you have been keeping well. I am I'm sorry if I left you in a... I'm sorry that I left you in a tough spot.
Yes, well, we have made do since then. Your mother has had to go back to work. Our facilitated incomes have ended. The fund from your uncle.
Was it a brother of yours or a brother of Alma's?
Elma's. And you can see that Elma is just unable to even say anything. They're stunned. So, what's happened?
Well, I can tell you everything I know from the moment I woke up. My friends outside, we woke up with a couple of others on the shore of the River Styx. Have you ever heard of that place?
I have. Terrible place, I've heard. The lower plains. What would possess you to do there?
I don't believe I had much choice in the matter. I believe I died. And I was on a boat, and we all fell in. There was some kind of skirmish or something. We all fell in and lost our memories. All we had was the packs and the clothes on our backs. We traveled around. And I looked to Rax. We met a goblin king, and
with that, Rax looks very excited and enthusiastic.
we met some really smart kobolds. In fact, I would like to go back there one day and talk to them more, but we found our way to Sigil, which is really a very interesting place. Nothing like here. I've been helping my friends trying to figure out who they are, and they've come here to ascend the mountain, and the mountain in the picture is how I found y'all. I believe I was a traveling actor with a bunch of people, and I did stunts up on stage and changed my form to take on different personalities to entertain people.
And at this point, Elma will sort of snap out of their daze and say, "You used our gift for entertainment."
I believe so. All I have is a memory stone showing me so.
Well, you must have strayed far from Tia's teachings.
Tyr, is that the god that y'all follow?
Yes.
And I assume you brought me up on those values?
Yes.
Tears.
But to have landed yourself in the River Styx, you must have strayed yourself too far from his path.
I'm sure you are right.
For we raised you to be better, but you couldn't get it out of your mind to go on these silly adventures. We live in paradise.
It sure is. I've only been here a very short while. It must have been so hard for you to have tried to give me everything good and right in the world, and for me to have still wanted more. I'm so sorry.
You seem to have, as you said, helped your friends, hopefully in lawful manners.
I would say that I am trying. As you said, to end up in the River Styx, I believe we've all done some pretty awful things, but
Well, if you are bringing them back on the right path, then there may be hope for you yet. And Rax will sort of sob into your arm and say, "But why are you... Just because they wanted something, this is why... You're why they left. How can you be so blindsided, so narrow-minded? I look up to Jack. They're my role model. You can never be what they were to me. And you sit here so cold and with that he leaves the room. And out the front, Spike and Sprite, you see this boy run past, and you notice that from what you saw before, very almost teenage features become very smooth and soft skinned, almost like a regression of age.
Is he running away?
And he is running away.
I recognise him from the photo. Because I think
You saw through the doorway when it had opened if you'd been close enough.
You take care of Brady.
You can chase better than I can.
I'm already gone. I'm like, take care of Brady and I'm gone.
We'll end our session there.
oh my god! Really? Oh, I have so many questions.
Oh my gosh.
And they'll get answered next week.
Oh my goodness.
So, viewers.
It's a great episode to do right as I'm coming onto my period. I'm just like all hormones, like
Oh, I hear that.
so emotional.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Oh God, I've got Bible Belt parents, y'all.
Y'all. Somehow are we shocked?
I really set myself up for that, didn't I?
That almost felt natural.
So, thank you for visiting us at the Hodgepodge Tavern. We hope you enjoyed this evening's session and hope that you tune in next week at 7 p.m. UK time to unpack everything else that's happening.
Also, I want to see this library.
That'd be great.
So, please do feel free to follow us on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Comment any fun things that you'd like to... Anything you feel from this session that we've had.
Send us your feels.
Send us
Love
your
to
feels.
hear from you, yeah.
We would love to hear from you. We're going to go do our experience rundown. Feel free to stay tuned. We're just going to take a very brief couple of minutes just
Carl's
to
going to put up a poll.
compose ourselves. I will put up a poll so you can vote for who your favourite player of the session was. And we'll see you shortly.
See you in a sec.
See you in a second. welcome back. Thank you for waiting, and I hope there's still time for you to pop your votes into the poll. So, I usually do an experience rundown, whereby I run through, people get blips based on the votes from the other players on who they felt encompassed certain aspects.
We didn't
First of
fight
all-
any monsters this week.
Didn't fight any monsters this week,
Emotional
or
monsters
get out of
were
encounters.
slain.
However, Kim,
Yes?
you have learned information about yourself.
I have.
You have a name, so I'm going to be awarding you 50 experience points from this.
Lovely.
And then we'll go down into the rest of the experience blip distribution. So, who do you feel had the most creative use of an ability or skill?
You fuck all that.
We didn't,
I mean-
didn't do a lot.
No.
I
explored
have
the
somebody that
town.
I would put forward.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, I don't know if it would fall under the other encompasses. I think it'll fall under other things.
Oh, okay. Ability or skill?
Yeah.
Spell or ability?
Spell or ability. Remember, if you don't feel like anyone did anything that falls under that,
Well,
then
We
can
might
skip
have to
that.
skip it this week. What were we gonna say? Sorry.
Actually, no, it's not a spell or an ability.
Can we say links?
Oh wait, hold on. You used a spell to destroy all your drugs. Duh.
I was gonna save that for the
That was good.
That's
intangible.
what I was doing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was,
But it was a
but actually it was a
spell.
spell. So
And it
Yeah.
wasn't like a fireball or like light a torch to
No.
it. It was like, let's do this. What was it called?
Tasha's caustic brew.
It's a good spell. Enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. I just realised it literally was a spell, and I was thinking
Yeah.
for the third blip.
No,
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
only one spellcaster, right? So it's always going to be
I mean, abilities.
Well,
Hey,
abilities.
I
and
can
stuff.
make
the
rose
spells.
buds open.
Mm.
It's,
Can be
I was-
quite useful.
I mean, you've unlocked spellcasting now as well.
Hmm?
You
Oh,
have
level
unlocked the
3?
spellcasting. No, level 2.
Oh, okay.
Paladins get
Yes, that's true. Like
first level spells.
guidance and stuff.
Okay, in which case, is everyone going for that, or are you going to leave that for the intangibles, or even the selfless, heroic, or furthering the party
I mean,
goals?
it can be both because that kind of set the tone. I feel because
That
we
was
started
pretty
with
awesome.
Yeah.
We started with that, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we're going deep.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'll give it.
I feel like you need a blip. Definitely.
I'll
I
give it-
just don't know which
There's
one.
one. Yeah.
I'll give it that because there are other
Things that you would like to put under things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, in which case, that is a blip, which is you are now technically level 3, or you have enough
I'm
experience for level
way
3.
in level
So a blip
3.
is now actually worth 60 experience points.
Oh.
Then again,
It
scale
scales.
something you what you need. So
It does scale.
Do you have the what is level 4?
Level 4 will be at 3,800.
2,700 is
Okay, that's gonna be.
Yeah, 2,700, sorry.
2,700?
Oh
Yeah, so you
man.
need 1,800 experience to go from 3 to 4.
Cool. I like to keep a note of it there.
I do have a little table here which I can hand out later if you did want to make note of it. So, that is 60 experience points
Oh my god.
to you, Philippe. Next up, we have heroic, selfless, or furthering the party goals.
I was just very selfish this round.
Not
so.
much, to be honest.
No?
Nothing at all, I don't think.
Don't know. My memory's shocking.
It's all literally just happened, but there is
I
a lot to
know.
unpack.
It
I
is.
would go with Sprite and her reaction to Brady's announcement that she's going to meet her parents. Because furthering party goal is, in my eyes, that, or at least that made me think, it's kind of rethink the whole party dynamic of what Spike is really what's he useful for.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of made me reflect her Sprite's actions in being very supportive and being very not leading but pushing. If
Yeah.
For want of a better term.
for want of a better term. was like-
Encouraging.
encouraging, yeah. I was like, what would... It kind of make both me, I guess, me and also Spike, kind of reflect. That's very, very very useful. And just like, what do I not bring to the... Yeah, I guess bring to the table, like,
Hmm.
very rambly way of saying, made me think things.
That's really cool.
Maybe think
Reevaluate your
I'm really-
position
Yeah.
in the group.
I'm really happy that that happened.
Yeah, no, it was just like,
That's nice.
Aw.
interesting way of doing things.
Mhm.
If everyone's in agreement, that'll be 60
Aw.
experience points to Sway.
Yeah.
And
Definitely
finally,
felt like a little cheerleader this time for sure.
intangibles. Anything you felt was cool and worth of.
I'm torn because you had a big moment, big emotional thing, and there was really nice interactions. But you made a friend. And
That's so true.
for Spike, that's a really big
That is a big
And you
deal.
laughed.
deal. And he laughed and made a little joke, and
Yeah,
it was like.
that's pretty
So
intangible.
I'm.
Mm.
It's
I
hard
already got
because-
XP for my moment, so yeah, let's do
I
it.
just like
I like it.
just jumped out at me.
I like that. I vote for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the
you actually
face.
like chose to make a deeper connection with someone.
He
rather
woke up and he
than-
didn't choose
Okay.
I don't
violence.
think you didn't really choose. You just he
Yeah, I
took you
did-
in.
Yeah.
He
No,
pulled
wait.
you in.
Yeah.
You could have gone like, "Oh, thanks, dude," and then gone to another person. You know.
True, but yeah,
You stayed and you chatted with him.
That
it was a moment that Spike was. It was an opportunity Spike was given,
Yeah,
and then he
he
made
didn't
most
shy
of it.
away from
And
it.
he,
Yeah,
he didn't shy
absolutely.
away from it.
Absolutely.
That
It just
really
was not
cool.
one I
I
expected.
guess my vote.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay, so Kyle.
Okay.
In which case,
XP.
Spike. You get 60 experience points.
Boom, check, I like it.
And on
Eight,
that note,
nine,
I
five.
am going to go and end
So close.
this poll. Complete it.
Kyle
I
voted
actually
for
have the
himself,
stream up here,
so
Oh, you do, so you can see it.
so I
tell
can
me
actually
not
see it now.
back.
We are
Um,
streamlining
The
And
biggest
our
we
vote.
have
perception.
we have one vote
I have
for Kyle,
Consistently been voted. the best player.
and
Without-
unfortunately Kyle voted for himself,
Without a
which means he
doubt.
does not get that vote.
Without a doubt,
Uh,
you are
so
the biggest
the-
voted character.
Exactly.
The only
Most
legitimately
popular.
voted individual is Kim and Brady.
Ah.
So that's an extra 60 experience points for Brady. So everyone gets
you.
something from this session.
Oh yeah, there's more of us. 4 blips.
4 blips,
Brilliant.
4 people.
That should be the name of
Josh should
our.
get
With
something.
Josh, we'll be the 5 blips.
At some point.
That's our group name.
So good.
No longer the creative oblivion.
Well, you
I
know, I was
still
under
love
a
that.
I was under a lot of pressure.
I still love the creative oblivion. It's great.
So random.
Well, thank you all for watching and joining us on this very emotional journey this week. And we hope you'll come back next week, as I said, 7 p.m. UK time, next Tuesday. And
It's Tuesday.
we'll
Find out what
unpack
happens.
It's
Tuesday,
Tuesday, innit?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Ciao.
We will unpack
See you next Tuesday.
what happens next, and who knows, maybe there may even be more yet for
Let us relearn this generational trauma.
that we all have.
so
Ah.
we look forward to seeing you next week, and from all of us, I think, thank you
See you next
really
Yeah.
for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Have a nice
That was
week.
nice.